I build an air hose reel of these plywood scraps and this bag of plumbing fittings. Okay, I'm going to start by explaining the plumbing. I'm going to start with a 1/4 inch M-style air quick connect, which is going to attach to a supply hose coming off the compressor like so. That is going to go into a 45-degree 1/4 inch MPT elbow, like so, which is going to get a nipple, and then go into a T, then I'm going to take another nipple, insert it in there, then 90-degree elbow, then I'm going to take a 2-inch nipple, thread it in there like so. Actually, that's the wrong one. Never mind. I made a mistake. Please hold. And take the 2-inch nipple, thread it in here. Then I'm going to take the elbow, followed by a 4-inch nipple, like so, another 90-degree elbow, and then another 2-inch nipple, and then I'm going to take this T-style plug and coupler I bought by mistake. I'm going to put the plug in there, and take the coupler, thread it on, attach it to there, and that's going to be the swivel, as you can see there. Then I'm going to attach another elbow, and then nipple, and elbow, and then this plug is going to go up here. I'm using a T here instead of an elbow so that if I want to add a gauge in the future, I can. Then I'm going to take this M-style coupler, and it's going to go in there like so. You can see how that's going to act as a swivel. Now I'm going to start building the reel itself. So I just got the back plate cut out, but I forgot to turn the camera on. Now I'm just going to cut out the side gussets. I just realized where I screwed up. And I'll fix it later. Now I just gotta cut these two corners back so that this side becomes 12 inches long. So I just cut the second gusset out the same as the first. Now I'm just going to lay out a 10.5-inch circle on another piece. Actually, I'm going to be cutting these out with a jigsaw because our bandsaw is only a 9-inch. And these are 12-inch circles, or 11.5. go. Now I'm going to mark 5.5 inches up on each of these gussets. Now I'm going to drill a 1/2 inch hole in one of them and a 1/4 inch hole in the other. Same with the round pieces. I can't find my nail set, so I'm using a nail, or my center punch. I'm going to start with a 1/4 inch hole. Now I'm going to go back and drill a 1/2 inch hole in one of the circles and one of the triangles. And I'm going to get a drill chuck that actually holds the bit while I'm at it. Here you can see roughly what it's going to look like when it's all together. You'll have this going through here, like so, and this one will come up about there. Then there'll be a crank over here, and there'll be a couple pieces of material in the middle for the hose to wrap around. Now I'm just going to take this rat tail file and enlarge the hole so this nipple fits through. A little bit more. Perfect. Now I just gotta do the same on the round piece. Alright, now I'm going to start assembly. Yeah, this is why I need an air hose reel. And my plan is to put it right about here, above the compressor, leaving room to put in a bigger compressor when I upgrade. I'm going to be attaching these pieces together with 1-inch 18 gauge brad nails. Great. These go 12 inches apart. I'm using a small carpenter's square to get the spacing. Please put me with that in the right place. Son of a bitch. Whoops. Okay, now the hard part's over. I can just work on about this. There's that part done. Now for the next part. Now I'm going to take this chunk of 2x4 I had laying around. It has a notch cut out of it in the right place already. And I'm going to drill and tap the end 1/4 20, and the minor drill size for that is 13/64. Now I'm going to take my tap and die set and get my 1/4 20 tap. Now since this is a fairly small hole into wood, I'm going to show you a trick to... since this is a really small hole into wood, I'm going to show you a trick to cut threads really fast. Take the tap and put it in your drill like so. This is the wrong size. Now you take a bolt and you check that the threads work. Well, that's actually pretty secure. Now I'm going to take the disc with the 1/4 hole in it. I'm going to line it up right here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do one other thing first. I'm going to take this bolt, put it through here, and I'm going to attach it here. And I might need a longer bolt. Now, I'm going to take some Now I'm going to take some 1.5" wood screws and attach the 2x4 to the disc. I'm going to make sure that this screw is countersunk. It'll make sense in a minute. leave that screwdriver. Now I'm going to pull this bolt out. Now I'm going to line this up in here. Okay, do I have clearance? Yeah, I got it. I'm going to take this 1/4 inch threaded rod. I'm going to put my drill on the end of it. And I'm going to just thread that into place. As far as it'll go. That's the basic idea, except it'll be a hand crank on there, not a drill. Now I'm going to mark and cut the thread rod. I want to leave about 1.5 inches, because I can always trim it down later. It's kind of hard to add it back on. Now I'm just going to cut that with a hacksaw. Hold on a second. I think I'm going to use my power hacksaw. That's a lot faster. Now I'm just going to take my 1/4-20 die, and I'm just going to clean these threads up a bit. Okay, maybe I'll use a file. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I'm going to do this the easy way. I'm going to take my drill, and I put that on there tight, and then I'm just going to pull the threaded rod out. I'm just going to do this. That's the easy way to clean up a cut on a piece of threaded rod. I'm just going to try that one more time with the die. Still good. So I'll put my tap and die set away. And I'll worry about the handle. Or I'll think I'll work on the plumbing next. Okay, so now I'm just doing the plumbing. I'm using Teflon tape to secure the fitting, to make these fittings airtight. And use a pipe wrench and a pair of pliers to put these fittings together. Now I'm just going to take a file. I'm just going to knock off the burr from the pliers. Okay, now what goes on here next? This guy. Okay. When you're putting Teflon tape on, what you want to do is you want to make sure you wrap it with so that when you're tightening it, it won't loosen. It'll make it tighter. So what you do is you just hold it like that and just turn the pipe clockwise. You want to leave about a thread or so on the end free. Just go around a couple of times. Put that in there, like so. And the way the Teflon tape works is it just fills any voids in the threads. Good and tight. And you have to wait till it's all done to see if it's airtight. Yeah, until it's all done. What next? This guy. And this guy. Problem with Teflon tape is it only sticks to itself, and it sticks to itself extremely well, so you don't want to wrap it over on top of itself or get it all bunched up if you can avoid it. And did I just wrap that backwards? Yes, I did. face. Crap, I can get multiple turns. Trick with Teflon tape is you don't want to turn it backwards. You only want to tighten it. You never want to loosen it because that'll mess the tape all up. It's kind of you gotta use best judgment to decide whether or not you can make another full turn or not. Please tell me you got that in the right place, and I'm an idiot. Another turn. You know what? I don't care at this point. I got nothing there, should be fine. If not, I'll just take it apart and redo it. Knock that burr off with my file.
I'm not going to make you sit through the whole half hour of me screwing together pipe fittings. Here, let me speed that up a little bit.
And I'm using this 16th inch by inch and a half aluminum. And my plan is to just have a piece like that with a handle on it. I'm going to use a couple nuts and secure that really well. I'm also going to thread it as well. I'm going to start by cutting this to a... No, it's not right. It's 5.5, right. 5.5 plus 3/4. 6 1/4. Okay, so... 10. 6 1/4. Mark it down. 5.5. 5.5. So I'm gonna put crosshairs. And 3/4 of an inch. And I'm gonna put crosshairs. Yes, I just wrote on metal with a ballpoint pen. Now we can put this in a vise and cut it off. Stupid wall. If you're building a shop, put the vise in the middle, as far away from the wall as possible. Now this I am going to cut with a hacksaw. into it. The device is actually in here backwards. It doesn't tilt the way it doesn't rotate the way you think it would. It's supposed to rotate the other way, but so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend the aluminum to where that's right at the edge of the vise. Now I'm just going to put this away. Take a file. I don't know why I even bother putting this file away. I mean, I use it so much. Then I'm just going to clean this edge up a little bit. Now I got a trick for making the 1.5" radius. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find my hole saw set. I'm going to take my 1.5" hole saw and I'm just going to use that to make my radius. I can get this out of the way. I'm going to take my pen and line that up. And I'm just going to make a mark. Now I'm just going to knock off the majority of the material with the hacksaw, then I'm going to go at it with the file. I'm just going to tighten down this vise. Then you want to twist the file and push it and move it to the side as you're pushing it forwards. That makes the curve nice and smooth. Great. Now we can do the same thing on the other side. Now for the part of the handle you hold on to. This is stuff like this is the reason I save all my hole saw slugs. Because the pilot bit on a hole saw is usually 1/4 inch, and that's the size hardware I'm using. So I'm just going to take this, take my rubber mallet, just like that. Now I'll just take a nut, put it on there like so. Tighten it down really good. Now I'm going to take this over the drill press. I'm going to go chuck this up in the drill press. Spin it up about, I don't know, whatever it's set to already. Now I'm just going to hold a file against it and smooth off some of these rough edges. I'd say that came out pretty good. Now I'm just going to drill and tap both ends of this arm, for lack of a better term. I'm going to just drill and tap them. Battery in my camera just died, so I'm using my phone now. I'm just going to drill and I think this actually turned out quite well. Now I'm going to drill and tap both ends of this arm, for lack of a better term. I'm going to drill and tap them 1/4 just like I did the cross beam and the reel. Now I'm just going to start assembling this after I just tap these holes on this. Let's see, 1/4. Again, drill, tap. Works great for smallish holes and thin-ish material. Now we can start putting this together. I'm going to start with a nut on here. Okay, then I'm going to thread this on. Fun fact, 1/4 is actually the same, 1/4 is actually the same thread as a tripod. So if you have a quarter 20 bolt, you can make your own tripod pretty much. Heck, that's how I made my camera mount up here. This is just a 1/4 knob I bought from Lee Valley. Goes right in there, and the camera attaches on that side. Now I'm just going to take another nut, run it on here. I'm going to take 2 7/16 wrenches. I'm going to put one in behind, one in front. Now I'm just going to tighten those down until they cannot move anymore. So that this is both threaded on and attached to the 2 nuts on either side of it. So it ain't going anywhere, ever. Now if I had a welder, I'd spot weld that on, but I don't have a welder, so I'm just going to have to make do with tightening this down as much as possible. Now I'm just going to mount this right about here. Right there. Hold that. Okay, I think I got it working now. What I had to do was put a couple of screws in here to hold the threaded rod in place, but I think it's working now. As you can see here. test it with some pressure. Test it under pressure. Worked great.